students of class 9. I hope everybody is fine out there. Happy New Year to all of you. Okay, so today we are going to start the last chapter for the finals, that is of Geography, Chapter 5, Natural Vegetations and Wildlife. Clear? Now, here in this chapter, we are going to learn about the flora and fauna. Now, have you ever observed, the type of trees, bushes, grasses and birds in the fields, in the parks, in and around the school? Okay, have you ever seen them? How many different types of trees, bushes, grasses and birds and parks are there? Clear? So, our country in India is one of the 12th mega biodiversity countries of the world. So, with about 47,000 plant species, India occupies 10th place in the world and 4th in Asia in plant diversity. There are about 15,000 flowering plants in India, which account for 6% of the world's total numbering of the flowering plants. Clear? So, country has many non-flowering plants also, such as the ferns, algae and fungi. India also has approximately 90,000 species of animals as well as the rich varieties of fish in its fresh and marine water. So we can find it out vast areas of the different species of animals as well as plants. Clear, children? So here, what do you know as the virgin vegetation? Virgin vegetation means what? Natural vegetations or the plant community which grow naturally without any human interference, without any human touch. Clear? And which has not been disturbed by humans for long time. That is known as a virgin vegetation. Clear? Now, cultivated crops and the fruits orchard form part of vegetation but not the natural vegetation. Now here, what is the definition of flora and fauna? Flora means what? Plant species. And fauna means animal species. And these two species, they are huge in diversity due to following factors. Number one factors is the relief. In relief, you can find it out the land, which is very important in the natural vegetations. Clear? Now, nature of land influences the type of vegetations. Fertile level is generally devoted to agriculture. Undulating and rough terrains are areas where you can find out grasslands also, and the woodlands also, they also develop, and they give a shelter to a varieties of the wildlife. Next one is a soil. Soil is also very many different types of soil, give different types of vegetations. Sandy soils you can find on desert, they support cactus and thorny bushes. Delta soils which support the mangrove and the deltaic vegetation. Hill slopes with some depth of soil, they have a conical trees. Clear? Now let us move towards the climate. Now in the climate, what you can find? Temperature, very important. Now the character and the extensions of vegetations are all determined by the temperature along with the humidity in the air, precipitations as well as the soil. Now on the slopes of the Himalayas and the hills of the peninsula above the height of 9-15 meters, fall in the temperature affect the types of vegetation and its growth. So you all know that, children, the more you go up towards the mountainous region, you can find temperature decreases, and you can find it out vegetation according to the temperature. Next one is a photo period, that is known as a sunlight. Everybody know that sunlight plays a very vital role because you all know that plants make their own food known as a photosynthesis. Clear? Now, there are differences. The variation and duration of sunlight, they are different in latitude, altitude, season, as well as the durations of the day. So, due to the longer duration of sunlight, trees grow very faster in summer. Next one is the precipitations. Precipitations also very different in view of altitude, season and duration. Like rainfall. Rainfall is it is also a part of a precipitation which we can find it out in the plain areas. In the hot season, you can find it out the monsoon, the rainfall. It is form of a precipitations. Now, Have you ever thought why forests are very important for the human beings? Because forest plays a very important role. They are the renewable resources. They are the major role in enhancing the quality of the environment. They modify local climate. They control soil erosion, regulate stream flow, support a varieties of industries, provide livelihood for a variety of communities those who are living out there. They also serve as a panoramic view, a scenic view for the entertainment. Clear? Now, it also controls the wind's force and temperature and causes rainfall. It provides humus to the soil and shelter to the wildlife. Clear? So India's natural vegetation, they have undergone different changes due to several factors, such as growing demand for the cultivated land, development of the industries, mining, urbanization, and overgrazing of pastures. Clear? So now you can see, children, we all know, everybody knows that forest is very essential. But now what happened due to the greediness of the people, due to the status of the people, okay, these forests are slowly being cut up. So it is a very much intense problem for the flora and fauna, because children, if there will be no flora and no fauna, then our world is not liable be to any of the human being to live. So it's very important for all of us to save the flora and fauna at most importance. Clear? Now, vegetations cover India in large parts of no more natural in the real sense. Okay, you can find in Himalayas, hilly region of central India, and the Marusthali, the vegetation in most of the area has been modified at some places, or they have been replaced by the human occupancy. Next one, very important, is the ecosystem. We all know what is an ecosystem. It is a balance between the biotic and abiotic. Clear? Now, plants occurs in distinct groups of communities. Okay, they have also similar climatic condition. Nature of the plants depend upon the area, how much large extent that they can be. Determines the animal life in that area. So when the vegetation is altered, the animal life is also going to change. Altered means what? When there will be no forest, so animal life is also going to be destroyed. So all the plants and animals in area, they are interdependent and interrelated with each other, children. Okay, in their physical environment. Clear? Now, human beings, they are very much integral part of the ecosystem. We are the one who can save this planet, we can save this earth, okay, the natural vegetations, the animals, by our dedications of growing more and more of forest area. Clear? But now, what happened? The greediness of the human beings lead to the overutilization of the resources. They are cutting the trees and killing the animals, creating ecological imbalance, not balance at all. So, as a result, what happened? Plants and animals, they have reached the verge of extinction, which is very, very, very sad to know, children. Okay, so we must create an awareness among the people, okay, everywhere in the world, that the importance of plants and animals are very important for all of us. Clear? So large ecosystems on land, they have a distinctive types of vegetation. Animal life is also known as a biome. Clear? Now, here you can find out different types of vegetations. They are in the form of forest, tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical thorn forest, mountain forest, as is known as the mountain forest, mangrove forest. Clear, children? Now, children, this tropical evergreen forest, they are restricted to heavy rainfall areas of the Western Ghat and the island groups of Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar. Then they are the best in areas. They are having 200 centimeter of rainfall. Then their trees reach at the height of 60 meters or even above. Okay. This region is very warm and wet throughout the year. They have a different types of vegetations, trees, shrubs and creepers. Then these trees do not shed their leaf. That is why it is known as an evergreen. Clear? Now, you can find it out that this forest appears green all the year round. Some of the commercial important trees, what are the commercial important trees which we can cut and which are used for the furniture, that as mahogany, ebony, rosewood, rubber and chincuna. Then animals also found are like horned rhinoceros, then birds, bats, sloths, scorpions and snail. Clear, children? So it has been said that, children, that if you are cutting one trees, you need to plant two. Okay. Next one is the tropical deciduous forest. These are also been widespread forest in India. Okay, they have been divided into two. One is a moist deciduous forest and one is a dry deciduous forest. Clear? Now, moist, the word means what? It is known as the humidity. Okay, so 200 and 100 centimeters of rainfall, and they can found in the Himalayas, Jharkhand, West Orissa and Chhattisgarh. Bamboos, sal, sesame, sandalwood. There are a few species of this forest. Let us move to the dry deciduous forest, where you can find a rainfall 100 centimeter to 70 centimeter. These forests are found in the rainier part of the peninsular plateau and the plains of Bihar. You can find out the teak, sal, people, neem also grow. Clear? Now, forests where you can find animals, very common animals, lion, tiger, pig, deer and elephant. Clear? Let us move to the thorn forest. If we are telling about the word thorn, it reluctantly our mind goes towards the desert area. Clear? Here, less than 70 centimeters of rainfall. Natural vegetation consists of the thorny trees and bushes. Type of vegetation, you can find it out in the semi-arid regions of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. Clear? Now, euphorbias, acacia, palm, cactus are the main species. Clear? Now, they have a very long root. They are scattered in the ground. They penetrate deep into the soil in order to get moisture. Okay? So, leaves are mostly thick and small to minimize evaporation. So every forest, they have the unique features, okay, or for survival. Next one is a mountain forest. Mountain forest means what? Mountain forest means the mountain forest, okay. Here children, you can find it out according to the increasing altitude. Okay, how which forests are grown out here. Clear? Now, if you go towards 1,000 and 2,000 meters, you can find it out the evergreen broad leaf trees such as an oaks and chestnuts. Then, if you go to 1,500 and 3,000 meters, you can find out the pine, deodar, silver fir, spruce and cedar. Okay. If you go to the higher, more altitude, that is the 3,600, you can find it out the silver fir, juniper, pines and birches. Okay, so in mountain forest, what you can find out according to the altitude. The higher the altitude, the different types of trees you can find out here. Okay, now these shrubs and they are found in alpine grasslands. They are extensively used for what? They are extensively used for the nomadic tribes like Gujars and Bakarwals. High altitudes, mosses and lichens you can find out. They are also known as a tundra vegetation. Clear, children? Now, common animals which are found in this forest, they are the Kashmir stag, spotted deer, wild sheep, jackrabbit, Tibetan antelope. So, according to the altitude, forests and wildlife are different. Okay, let us move towards the mangrove forest. Mangrove forest related to you have heard about Sundarban. Okay, where you can find out these mangrove forests. They are the tidal forest. Why they are known as a tidal forest? Because the areas of the coast are always already influenced by the tides. You can find out the mud and silt. Okay, dense mangroves are the common varieties. You can find that the roots are the plants submerged under the water also you can find it out, and above the water also. Clear? Now you can find it the deltas of the Ganga, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri, which is covered by such vegetation. Now in the Ganga Brahmaputra deltas you can find Sundari trees, okay, which provide a durable hard timber. You can find palm, coconut, keora, agar also grown out here, and the very most famous animal is a Royal Bengal tiger. Clear, children? It is one of the national animals of India. Okay, and Royal Bengal tiger among the whole world you can find it out in India. Rather than Royal Bengal tiger, you can find turtles, crocodile, gharials as well as a snake. Clear? So this much for today, children. We have already done with the vegetations. In the next video, we are going to do the animal species. Thank you, children.